right, folks. I'm very nervous right now because I'm afraid I might get zapped into oblivion. But I'm here with the lovely Miss Ann Robinson. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Yes. Now, of course, for anybody out there who may not know, you were involved in a movie which, in my opinion, is one of the most important and ahead of its time movies as far as science fiction goes, and that's War of the Worlds.
Exactly. No, as I tell everybody, if it weren't for War of the Worlds, there'd be no Star Wars. This is probably the most important science fiction movie that was ever made.
What was your reaction when you read the script and you realized what it was about?
Well, it was exciting. I mean, it wasn't anything like the book I had read, but nevertheless, I was very thrilled. Of all the people that were under contract at Paramount Studio, I was chosen to do this. I was very honored, and of course I loved George Pal. I grew up with the Puppetoons, and Les Tremayne, who was Mr. First Nighter on television, on television. No, when I was a little girl, we didn't have television. No, but I knew the people who were going to be in it. I was only 22. This was quite a thrill. It was an honor. I was going to be in a huge, big motion picture, very expensive Technicolor Paramount production.
A remake of War of the Worlds, and which you were involved in. Now, what did you think? First of all, what was your reaction when you found out that they were going to do a remake?
Well, actually, I prefer to call it an adaptation of the original story, because even George Pal has nothing to do with the original story that the book of the book. So they both had adaptations of the original idea that H.G. Wells had. I was thrilled to death. I found out that, of course, Steven Spielberg, when he was a young man, had fallen in love with Sylvia. So he definitely wanted Sylvia to have a cameo in his motion picture. And it was quite fun because they kept us sort of a secret. Gene Barry and I were a secret, our cameo. So we were sort of like the big finish that we would pop up at the end. Everyone, all the fans were waiting for us to appear somewhere.
And of course, having such a big star like Tom Cruise, I'm sure that must have helped.
I loved him. He was, who gets the hug and kiss? Oh, when you get directed by Spielberg and a hug and a kiss from Tom Cruise, you've made it.
Yeah. For anybody out there who wants to get in touch with Ann Robinson, find out any appearances she might be making, or such as this con, anything?
Yeah. Well, an email right now is annrobinsonwow @gmail.com. And she's also got a Facebook page.
There you go.
There you go.
Ann Robinson?
Ann Robinson.
On
That's
Facebook.
my mom.
You're on Facebook.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, there you go.
So much fun.
Yeah.
I meet all these wonderful people.
Yeah.
Last year, a lovely man, Terry Soto, gave me a birthday party in New York, invited me to New York, and invited all my Facebook friends. There wasn't one person there at my birthday party that I knew. Is everyone, all strangers from Facebook.
Thank you very much for being on our show.
To meet you?
Yes, of course. I'm telling you, as a man who loves the classics, they don't make them like they used to. That's what I say. Thank you very much for being on reality.